Welcome back to the Strother Communication with Thunderdome. If you know both, Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best weekly podcast, a show about everything and nothing, coming right at your face one day a week. Sid Shotgun is Uncle Nick. Give him a follow on Twitter at NickSun8. How's it going?
Going good. Thank you for having me.
No.
Oh.
That is all. Tell a friend, spread the word. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Nick, what's your go-to just kind of wah music?
My wah.
Yeah.
Music. I'm a big 80s fan. I love 80s music,
Yeah.
but for sing-along, kind of, if I just want to, like jam with it, I've gone to be big 90s. The song, like the late 90s, the stuff that we were big, the Third Eye Blinds, Rob Thomas, Rob Thomas / Santana. Obviously, Smooth is awesome.
Yeah, I know that Ingrid Michaelson's been around for a while, but I just got into her like the past week.
So random.
It's just like 0 calorie, just nonchalant, catchy, good stuff. That is all. Yeah. So that is that. Nick, how's your week?
Oh, week's been pretty busy. I work a lot and trying to lighten my workload. I've been playing a lot of guitar lately. I've been walking a lot. It's been nice.
What's the farthest you've walked?
I'm trying to think mall-wise, because I'm typically a mall walker. And Mall of America is a great way to, walk around in circles. And I think my record is 5 laps.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So not too bad. But I'm currently...
Probably walking more than this guy.
He's not walking anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm now down to about 2 or 3 circles around. And mostly because I don't like people, and when people out there walk at the same time as me, I like my independence. I like to be alone. Some people like going to gyms, working out. I like independent. I like doing stuff by myself. So
I like going to gyms because of the scenery.
Scenery.
Yeah, that is all. Something you'll like is going with Josh Peltzer, Remax Preferred, buying, selling your home, Twin Cities Market. He is the man to go to because he has almost a decade of experience in this market, which is insane. That's right. And also, he will be the one that will work with you, whether you're buying or selling. He'll return your calls, always in contact, which is very big in a transaction of this size. So give him a call, 763-213-4617, joshpelto.com, Josh Pelto, Remax Preferred. This guy have any other tunes, even though he looks like Maui?
I don't think he does. I think this was his one big one, and then he tragically...
And it's not even like his song. Like it was a cover of 2 songs mashed up, right?
Yeah. It's Somewhere Over the Rainbow and Wonderful World, right?
Yeah.
It's great. There's not a lot of pop songs that use the ukulele, and it's very simple. It's one of my favorite songs.
Nick, what went down at Comic-Con?
Oh, Comic-Con this year. A lot of stuff. There kind of was a lot of stuff, but there wasn't, because the biggest ones was the no-show of Marvel, because they just had the Infinity War. So
They boycott?
No, they didn't there was nothing for them to really point out. But the biggest thing was Aquaman, and Aquaman was one of them. I don't think they did the Wonder Woman trailer yet. I think Aquaman was the big one, and the other superhero, Shazam.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing.
Is that a Marvel character?
I believe it is.
Okay. Well, I feel like Marvel is just doing like the, Guardians of the Galaxy was a monster hit for us, and they're not even popular in the comic books. So let's just pull out every random jabroni one to give it a good soundtrack and a lot of action. Oh, ooh. Also, during the movie, there has to be a chase scene where the hero jumps from car to car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Aquaman.
Was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
Yeah. All right, So the implication of this dad was a lighthouse guy, even though that does not look like any lighthouse I've ever seen. And the mom was a mermaid, so his first reaction is like, "Hey, this creature, this mermaid, washed up on the shore. I'm having sex with it."
Yeah, I would do that.
I guess working a lighthouse is pretty lonely.
I don't think it's shown in the trailer, but casting, I believe the woman who plays the mother is Nicole Kidman.
What?
I think they have her cameo, and obviously just cameo because I don't think she's a big part of the movie. I think
Just like a flashback.
You're focusing on Aquaman.
Flashback. How come they decided to make Aquaman badass? Wasn't it funnier that he was just kind of meh?
They wanted something different. I think they wanted to make a badass character, and
Yeah.
a lot of people know that just Jason Momoa, he's got his big role from Game of Thrones, playing Drago. Okay,
Wait.
not Carl.
Wait, so he's the main Dothraki guy?
Yeah, he was the main Dothraki guy.
Oh, there you go. Play. Enhance.
Could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
That's Shark Week too, isn't it?
Oh, Shark Week.
No one likes Shark Week anymore because there's the internet.
Made me what I am. Permission to come aboard.
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war on the surface world.
It's always the brother, or the stepbrother, or the half brother, or the whatever brother.
Yeah.
So I was the one. All right. So
And do you recognize who that half brother was?
Dolph Lundgren.
No, that is I think not. Was his name Patrick Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aqua. Yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
Willem Dafoe's in this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is already a great movie, but also I love that Dolph Lundgren is also in this film.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking
Like
when
the
you're
Lion
not
King.
thinking at all.
Well, hold on. So it annoys me. So they're trying to make this rooted in reality as like the gritty, gutty Aquaman remake. But whenever there's someone with cartoonish red hair, done. Over.
That's Amber Heard, man.
Done. You gone.
That's Amber Heard.
Not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
We call it an ass.
Patrick Wilson.
I'm no leader. I came because I had no choice.
Wait, so they can just like breathe underwater like a fish?
Yes.
Just like stay there?
Yep.
It's annoying. Oh, wait, so are they human or no?
No.
Oh.
No, well, Arthur, the Aquaman, is supposed to be half. So, like, he has aqua powers, sort of, but he's human?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I came to save my home and the people that I love.
Now, does this take place before the events of the
Justice League?
Yeah.
No, it takes place after.
Okay.
It's,
I think you're unworthy
I believe, yeah.
to lead because you're of two different worlds. That is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
Hey, wait, hold on. So you're bringing like all these sharks and these huge fish, and you're going to fight on land. How? We win as soon as you get like 50 feet in.
I think they're suggesting, rising the sea levels or something, like using waves and bringing in stuff. Flooding's a big thing now. There's a lot of places that are flooding. Think about it.
Yeah, I suppose, but that's still just like a weak premise. Is like,
and if you can tell, they have like space age weapons that can shoot stuff. I mean, and if you think, and to get a little bit technical, I mean, a lot of the major cities are on coast plains. I mean, people can get effed up. Kansas will be fine. Everywhere else is going to be messed up.
Actually, Denver would be fine.
Denver
with the
will
mountains.
be fine.
Damn fool! You're more useless than Aquaman!
Help! Somebody help! Rape!
Scream all you want. Nobody can hear you out here.
I can!
Aquaman, help!
Hey, let her go!
Or what?
Or, I don't know, man, but you're lucky you're not doing that over here in the ocean, or else I would stop you.
For God's sakes, help! Do something!
Ah, if you don't like starfish, you're gonna be mad about what I just did.
Oh, God, help!
Oh, you're in for it now, buddy. I got like 5 fish coming to help. Oh, here they are.
Help! He's hurting me!
Well, maybe you shouldn't have let him on.
Family Guy, always just on top of things. Yeah. So, any of these TV shows you actually excited for?
No, this year, not really. They're doing a lot from Comic-Con. They are bringing in like all the DC TV shows that were big, like the Supergirl, Arrow. I mean, they teased a lot of new stuff. And obviously, Walking Dead it always gets a big thing as well. But do we have a chance to talk about movies quick?
Oh, yeah.
Movies. Since I now have my list up. For TV shows, Doctor Who, the 11th series. I know if you probably don't care about Doctor Who, but
Don't they change Doctor Who like every other year?
every 3 years they kind of do. They give them like 3 series, as they use in England, series instead of seasons to like kind of develop, have like a character, and then they morph. This year, the biggest one is they're using it's a woman for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So there's that. I think the biggest one for me from Comic-Con is, and they did a Fantastic Beasts 2 trailer, which is sweet, but Glass, I think, will be one of the biggest movies this year.
Glass.
The sequel to Unbreakable
Yeah.
and the sequel to that Split movie. Was it Fractured or Split? But the one with the cool guy who has multiple personalities. That's a fantastic trailer to watch.
Yeah. And we'll get into Glass. I actually want to talk about that next week, so
Okay.
we'll do all of that stuff. But we got a game, so let's do I not have the sound drop up? I think I would. It's kind of odd and embarrassing, but not really. But there we go.
Celebrities are old.
69, dudes!
The question is, how old?
Get off my lawn.
Time for another rousing round of how old they be.
I can't let you in because you old as fuck. For this club, not, for the earth.
All right, so you know and love the game. It is not how old they be. It is what year it be. It is Julia Roberts movies. So we know that Nick is always up, down, sideways on that. So let's get into it. Producer Allie has given us 11 great movies, and you know the rules of the game. Nick and I guess what year this movie came out, and in whatever many years we're off is our score. Lowest score wins at the end. If you're dead nuts on, if you get the year, it's a 5-year deduction. And play along at home. Tweet in your scores, and it's always a good time. So first one is Closer. I don't know if it's Closer or Closer, but whatever. So producer Al has given us the name of the movie, also the plot, because that matters. Co-stars, a video game released that year, and also who the vice president was that year as well. So Closer. The relationship of two couples become complicated and deceitful when the man from one of the couples, I'm already bored. This movie sucks.
I never heard of this movie.
Co-stars,
Actually.
Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Clive Owen. Whoa.
Oh, I like those people.
Pretty good cast, yeah. Video game that year, Final Fantasy XI, and the VP was Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney. So, all right. So Bush Cheney.
All right.
That
Narrows it down a little bit, but
yeah.
Dang. Okay, I wrote something down.
All right. I'm going to say 2006.
I said 2006 too.
2006 as well. Show me the year. 2004.
Ooh.
Swing and miss. It's okay. Next up on What Year It Be, Julia Roberts movies. It's a Julia Roberts. Oh, she didn't put any of the Ocean's movies on here. Kind of shocked. But maybe not. Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Pray, Love. A married woman realizes how happy her marriage really is and that her life needs to go in a different direction after a painful divorce. She takes on a round-the-world journey to find herself. Co-stars Javier Bardem, Richard Jenkins, and Viola Davis. Didn't Richard Jenkins just die recently?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with. I don't know.
All right. The game BioShock 2 is released, and the VP that year was Joe Biden. Joking Joe Biden. All right, so Eat, Pray, Love. It's been out for a while. I will say 2000 and late. No, 2010.
I said 2012.
2012, Space Odyssey. Eat, Pray, Love. Give me the year. 2010. Nailed it.
Nice.
Sucker. I love this movie, by the way.
I've never seen it.
Nah. Next up, Everyone Says I Love You. A New York girl sets her father up with a beautiful woman in a troubled marriage while her stepsister gets engaged. Starring Woody Allen, Goldie Hawn, Ed Norton, Drew Barrymore, Natasha Lyonne, and Ellen Alda. What is this movie?
Ellen Alda. Great to be here. Great.
I
never heard of this movie.
Was Julia Roberts... Is this a Woody Allen movie? I mean, I
think
did he direct?
It would have to. I would imagine Woody Allen being in a movie that he was not a part of.
Yeah. So it's weird. Like everyone reveres Woody Allen movies, even though he married his adopted stepdaughter. But whatever. All right, video game released that year: Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Smoke. And VP that year was Al Gore.
All right, I wrote something down.
All right.
That's tough.
I will say, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, though. I will say 1997.
I said 95.
1995. Staying Alive. Everyone Says I Love You. 96.
I almost said 96. I had that like in the back of my but I thought it'd be a little bit old.
This game is so dumb. There we go. Next up, Flatliners, which I think they reboot or they remade.
Yes, we talked about it on the show.
Yeah. Who's in it? It was someone notable. Someone cute.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. 5 medical students experiment with near-death experiences until the dark consequences of past tragedies begin to jeopardize their lives. Starring
I think Juno's in the new one.
Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland, Billy Baldwin, This Small Boy. And the video game released that year. And Nintendo released Dr. Mario. And VP that year was Dan Quayle.
Quayle.
Well, wasn't his thing that he was just like a dummy?
He participated in like a children's spelling bee and he couldn't spell potato, I think was his big shtick. Like he I think he spelled I think he added like an E or something to potato.
That's embarrassing. Yeah. All right. I will say 1991.
I said 90.
1990. Answer is 90. No.
Yes. It's coming back slowly.
No. Next up, number 5 on What Year It Be. Julia Roberts movie edition. Mary Riley. A housemaid falls in love with Dr. Jekyll and mysterious Mr. Hyde. Cool. Co-starring John Malkovich, George Cole, Michael Gambon, Glenn Close, and Martin Sheen. This is like a good cast. What the hell happened? Video game released that year, Mario Kart 64 is released, and the VP was Al Gore. So Mary Riley.
I don't think I've seen this one either.
I mean,
I've literally seen none of these movies that she's listed, and I love Julia Roberts. So, sorry, go ahead.
They don't. I will say 1993.
97.
1997. Year. 96.
Oh. I was actually thought I'd be so confident of that because I remembered Mario Kart coming out. Oh, leave off.
As I cough and die. Number 6 out of 11. What year it be? Julia Roberts movies. The Mexican. The Mexican. A man tries to transport an ancient gun called the Mexican, believed to carry a curse, back across the border while his girlfriend pressures him to give up his criminal ways. Co-starring Brad Pitt, James Gandolfini, J.K. Simmons. Video game released that year, Grand Theft Auto 3. Get some. And the VP that year was election year, Al Gore and Dick Cheney. Okay, so the Mexican.
Hang on.
All I can remember from the Mexican is the Paul Mooney bit from Chappelle's Show.
Yeah. I wrote something down.
All right. So election year. So it was. No. All right. So Bush was running for president. Dick Cheney won it. So I feel like I should say 2000, except they didn't serve in the same year. That would be 2001. So I'll say 2001.
I said 2001.
2001. Answer is 01. They nailed it. All right, next up, 5 to go. Money Monster. I feel like I wanted to see this movie, and then I didn't because I didn't care. Financial TV host Lee Gates and his producer Patter put in an extreme situation when an irate investor takes them and their crew hostage. Co-starring George Clooney, Ocean's 11, what's up? Jack O'Donnell and Dominic West, the dude from The Wire. Video game released that year. Lego's Marvel Avengers is released, and the VP that year was Joe Biden, Jokin' Joe. All right, Money Monster.
1 second here. Okay.
I will say 2014.
I said 2013.
2013. Money Monster is 2016.
I had that one. I don't think Lego Marvel's Avengers came out that late. Okay.
All right, 4 to go. What year it be? Julia Roberts movie. Mystic Pizza. 3 teenage girls come of age while working at a pizza parlor in the central Connecticut town of Mystic. Cool. Co-starring Annabeth Gish. She's awesome. Lily Taylor and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Whoa.
I really like Vincent D'Onofrio. Private Pile, also the weird dude who's totally not a Sherlock ripoff on Law & Order Criminal Intent. Come on, play it. Come on. Video game released that year. Nintendo releases Super Mario Brothers 3. What? Re-release? Maybe? Gotta be. And VP of the USA that year was George H.W. Bush.
I wrote something down.
All right. So, maybe it wasn't re-released then. This might have been one of her first movies because I don't think she was a child star, right?
I think it was one of her first.
Yeah. All right. So Clinton was in 92, and before that it was Reagan. Bush was only one term, so it was before 88. I'll say 1986.
I said 87.
1987. This could be it. Year 88.
Come on. So close.
3 to go. Next up is Notting Hill. The life of a simple bookshop owner changes when he meets the most famous film star in the world. Hugh Grant. Reese Fiennes. Who cares? Video game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And the VP of that year was Al Gore.
When you say it like that, it just sounds funny. Like VP, I'm thinking like very important person, but I'm thinking like which is that? Okay, good.
I will say it's either gonna be like it's late '90s for sure. I'll say either '98 or '99. I'll say 1999.
I said 98.
1998. Ooh. This could be it. Year. 99.
Sucker.
Yeah. Get some. Next up, 2 to go. What Year It Be, Julie Roberts edition. The Pelican Brief. A law student uncovers a conspiracy, putting herself and others in danger. Co-starring Denzel Washington, Sam Shepard, and John Hurd. Game. Nintendo releases Legends of Zelda Link's Awakening. Sure. And Election was Dan Quayle and Al Gore. All right. Pelican Brief. You got a guess?
Yep, I got it.
I'll say 93.
93.
93. Yeah, the election year kind of gave it away. All right, 93. Both get one. Yay, good times. All right, last but not least, Runaway Bride. A reporter is assigned to cover a story about a woman who has left a string of fiancés at the altar. Richard Gere, Joan Cusack, Rita Wilson, and Rita Hanks, and Christopher Maloney. Hey, Stabler. Video game released that year. Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation, and the VP of that year was Al Gore. All right. I feel like Notting Hill and Runaway Bride were the same movie.
I feel like they were too. I feel like they were
just like a continuation.
All right.
I feel like they came around at the same time too. So I'll say 1999.
I said 98.
1998.
It's the same answer. I think I better be right.
Survey says 99.
Oh, no way.
I think that is finito. It's all over but the shouting. So I have 5-point deductions. Nick has 3. So with a score of negative 14 versus a score of 2, versus a score of negative 3, I'm victorious.
You are.
It's always really close on these year games.
Yeah.
I actually like the year ones.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Ellie does a great job giving us really good hints to help us out a little bit, so we're not like 10 years apart like we are with the like name the actor's age. Like we were kind of all within 1 or 2 years of the actual thing. So.
Nick, get the news ready, and I will tell you about the great and wonderful Strother Communications Group because our sister site, our flagship site, purplefgw.com, super sleek and sexy and swift and awesome. So go check that out. If you need your website revamped, Strother Communications Group can help you out, as well as if you need assistance, digital marketing, public relations, helping growing your brand, your business, everything you could want. Get help from the pros. Find out more. Go to scgpr.com. The Strother Communications Group. All right, Nick, let's do some news.
Fake news. Sir, go ahead.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to believe. You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, what's going on in the news?
All right, we talked a little bit about Comic-Con earlier, and a news story that kind of broke out outside of Comic-Con this year was big news for Marvel was that James Gunn, the director of the very successful Guardians of the Galaxies 1 and 2, and was going to be writing and directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, has been pulled from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so reports have came out that James Gunn's social media history, old tweets have kind of surfaced where he used to do some jokes, some taboo jokes, pedophilia and rape, and from I believe at least 10. I've heard as late as 10 years ago this these original tweets happened, and back in 2008, 2009, dug up by a conservative website, the Daily Caller. He got pulled from the movie, and since this story came out a week ago, a lot of Marvel fans have actually, specifically the cast, have showed support, but they're being very vague about this. And yeah, I mean, we're in a very touchy time in the entertainment industry. I mean, there's people. It's something that can get tracked and fall back on. So.
Wait, so is his brother going to be in the next movie?
I don't know. There haven't been any, things made because I think the movie is not scheduled to come out till at least 2020.
Yep.
Was the last or 2021. So they have at least a year until production is going to be for it. But I mean, as far as nothing has changed. When it comes to the actors part. So we'll see. I mean, this is such a bad time. A lot of entertainers are, you're being scrutinized, you're being watched with this now, and yeah.
And what were the tweets?
I don't have any of them up.
I kind of wanted you to read them because I saw them as like, definitely out of context. They're bad. Also in context, they're kind of bad. But you could tell that he was like making jokes. But yeah,
I'll see if I can pull them up quick. But yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, were fantastic movies. I love them. I know you actually from the few movies you've seen, Andy. So I think they're great movies. So I don't know. This is kind of a shock. I don't think anyone expected this. How's this going to affect the third movie? I don't know. Because he wrote both of them. So losing a director, things might change visually a little bit, but writing, who knows what they're going to do now?
Maybe they'll just cancel it.
No. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll cancel it. I can't find the tweets. So.
What's next?
All right, another shocking, depressing celebrity story is Demi Lovato, who's a Disney musician, singer, did all the TV show stuff, is going to enter rehab after having a near overdose this past week. I think Demi Lovato made news, I think, back in 2010 because she sought out help for substance abuse, and I'm sorry, they're not being really specific of what substance she is. I'm assuming popping pills. But she was...
the overdose?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it heroin?
I wasn't sure. I didn't see anything specifically that mentioned it.
Yeah, because it was cocaine that she had a issue with early on at Disney, because just the coke factory of Disney.
I know, right? It's such a... Yeah, so she was doing great ever since that. She's been having... she's open about it. A lot of people weren't open about addictions and stuff like that, and she was kind of almost a poster child. But Lovato released a single in June called "Sober," in which she revealed she had relapsed after 6 years of sobriety. So they kind of fall. This kind of it hurts the career, but it doesn't because it's putting her back in the spotlight. But as I said, I think she's entering into rehab is this latest news from CNN. So to get a start to be treating it, it's something. But is she gonna become one of these celebrities that go in and out and stuff? A la Lindsay Lohan, a la the Coreys. I don't know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Also, I like her songs.
I don't think I know any of her songs.
Nick, you're kind of a music snob.
I know, but I don't really... I'm sorry, I don't know my Disney music. Other than, stuff that's, in the Disney movies. But like I said, she was more Disney TV show, and I had never gone to any really Disney TV shows other than, what was those cartoons? Yeah, I watched a lot of cartoons. Mostly cartoons.
There you go. What's next?
All right. In the look of science, possible lake spotting underneath the polar ice caps on Mars.
Yeah.
So a team of Italian scientists, which sounds shocking enough already, announced that there is evidence, or there may be really good evidence supporting the fact that there could be lakes of liquid water under polar ice caps. When it comes to space exploration and where humans going to go after Earth once, because obviously Earth is going to be polluted and destroyed soon. A lot of people are thinking planetary exploration and possible planets that we could do, possible moons, and a big thing is finding a moon that has or a place that could have water. So if this is all true, and there's a lot of no one's actually there, no one's on Mars to prove it for sure yet, but using science equipment, they believe there is evidence that there is liquid water at the surface. or at least underneath the surface of it, because it is too cold there to be there. So I mean, if it works, the idea of someone living on Mars, and there's been stories the last year about NASA trying to find people to send to Mars to live there. There have been movies the last few years about going to Mars. It can be one step closer to it.
Just go, like with all the people signing a petition to drink the liquid from the sarcophagus that was open, that red liquid.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely someone that would go over there just like in like a space bus and just like stick their head in the Mars lake and just take a big sip.
Yeah.
Actually, might be pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, the planets, you're talking, as it says, just because it looks like water doesn't mean it is water. It could be liquid carbon dioxide or like something. There's a lot of sulfur. It could be a lot of things, a lot of elements that's not typical on Earth that that this liquid could be. And yeah, I'm fine here. I'll drink my Coors Light.
I think it's pretty insane that there is elements on other planets that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
I look forward to that.
It's a stretch, though. It'll be a stretch for us till we get there, so it's, we're not there yet.
All right. I was going to have you talk about the stupid Game of Thrones thing.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. All right, so Game of Thrones is entering its final season, and it was just released on, let's see, let me pull up the link here, Entertainment Weekly, that it's going to air in 2019. So the last 6 episodes are going to air in the first half of 2019. So that's
I really hate when TV shows split up the last season like that. Like Breaking Bad did that, like Sons of Anarchy did too, and it's like, just call it 2 seasons, man. Come on. Like, I know you're trying to squeeze up every last drop from this grape, but come on.
That's how the industry works. So you want to make it drive off. I'm assuming there's a lot of money involved doing it. I think releasing everything early, I just don't think it. Yeah, it's just how it works now. So the final seasons are going to be, the episodes I think are supposed to be much longer, and hopefully, all the mysteries are solved and whatnot. So I'm pretty excited for this. This is one of the few shows that I'm actively watching.
All right. What's next?
All right. Some levity here. Millennials are upset over a baseball team's advertising a millennial night with avocados, participation ribbons, and napping stations. Yes. So some of you guys might not know the Alabama minor league baseball team, the Montgomery Biscuits. As big a fan as I am, they're a Tampa Bay AA affiliate with a 15-11 record. They wanted to a good idea for promotion was having something called Millennial Night, and as I says. They kind of went all cliche and got everything millennials are kind of known for. So, as it says, avocados, napping stations, participation points, and a lot of kids got pissed off and upset about it. But do we care if they got pissed off? I don't know.
Would you go to that game?
I would go.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Napping and selfie stations. Along with lots of avocados. Maybe I wasn't too sure what a millennial was until I've heard about this. So this is pretty interesting what they think. So I don't know. I thought it was craft beer, safe spaces. Yeah, I would go to a baseball game. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because we've been to Saints games. I've been to Major League Baseball games. I'm, Twins fan. Some funny way to have fun. Would I go out there because it's a millennial thing? No, but I bet it'd be a good time. And I can't imagine people really being upset about this. I don't think
people get upset about everything. Yeah, but that's the news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 News Team. I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
That's the moral of the story. Everyone just is always upset and mad online. Yeah. Nick, doing anything good this weekend?
I believe the next Mission Impossible movie is coming out this weekend. I would love to go see it.
Hey,
but
go see it in IMAX or something. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be a banger. Actually, all those movies are really good.
The first couple, I mean, almost seem almost forgettable, like crazy action stuff. It was the last couple where they started keeping the same cast. You know, like Simon Pegg was kind of the regular. Yeah. I really love this the woman that they brought on from the last movie, who's like the friend / spy. I think his name's Sarah Ferguson. I think
friend spy.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think it's I think it's a great movie. I can't wait to see it.
There you go. I can't wait to get into this weekend. I hope you have a great one as well. Show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. And if you enjoy the show, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Homie Army. Big thanks to producer Allie for making us not sound so stupid this week. But for Nick, I'm Andy saying ain't no sayonara. And bye-bye. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Thanks for listening to Bowl with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.